In Squash, a campaign corresponds to all the test cycles performed on a version of an application before it goes into production. The campaign is divided into iteration. An iteration corresponds to one test cycle. In an agile context, an iteration could correspond to a sprint. Here you can see the project in my library on the left, and the purple color is a visual reminder that we are in the campaign workspace. Let's quickly create a campaign in my project. Select the project or the folder where you want to create your campaign. Then click on the plus button and add a campaign. You can give it a name and a reference for the order in the tree and add it. Back in the library, my campaign is already selected. I can now create an iteration with the plus button again and add an iteration. I can give it a name again and a reference. Click on Add. My library is then updated. My iteration is already selected and I am directly on the execution plan of a new iteration. Now I want to add test cases to my execution plan. I click on the plus button on the right, associate test case, and it opens the test case library. I can now drag and drop either one test case or a folder, and I can also do a multiple selection with the Shift button or the Control button of my keyboard and drag and drop the test cases I want to select. When I'm done, I can close the library. To have a better view of my execution plan, I can hide the library with the button Expand here. So in my execution plan, this table will give you information about the test cases selected, their project of origin, the mode of execution will be automatic or manual, their reference and name of test case, their weight, their status of execution, and the user assigned to this execution. Now, if I want to divide my iteration or make categories into my iteration, I can use the test suite. Let's say those test cases are about my feature 1. I can select them holding the Control key for a multiple selection, and I can click on the button Add a test suite to create a new suite. I will give it a name and click on Add. My table is then updated and I can see the column Test Suite has been filled. Then I can say other test cases here are non-regression tests. I can create a suite for that as well. Create a suite. Click on Add. So back on my library, I can collapse this a little bit. Back on my library, I can see my 2 suites below my iteration, and in each suite, I will find the test cases I have selected. The suites act as a filter of your iteration, allowing you to logically group test cases within an iteration. Finally, if needed, you can always delete some of the test cases included in an execution plan with the minus button at the end of the line. Or you can do a multiple selection, hold Control key, and use the bin on top of the table.